All praise to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakah Kadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles that have been rightly dividing this word of truth and magnifying the ministry of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. In this one right here, we're going to be dealing with the 400-year prophecy doctrine, right? That brothers like this, use when it's coming to when it comes to the book of Genesis, chapter 15 and verse 13, right? Let's go to it. And it says, and he said unto Abraham, know of surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. Also that nation whom they shall serve I will judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance. So off the rip, notice in verse 14 it says, and also that nation, right? Not nations, right? So this is a nation that we're dealing with in this 400-year prophecy that the Lord has given to Abraham, right? And when we go to Acts, let's go to Acts. Find it real quick. Let's go to Acts chapter 1 and verse 6. Because brothers like to say that, I don't know the exact dates on what they try to put on this prophecy, but I don't know if it's, from 16 to 16th century to the 20th century, but it's not talking about that. Right? So let's get into it. Right? This is Acts 1 and 6. It says, when they therefore come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom of Israel? And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father hath put in his own power. Right? So it's really not for us to know the times and the seasons of when the Lord is coming back. But the Lord did give us signs of, when the time of his coming was going to be close, right? Let's go to Matthew chapter 24. No one knows the exact day, right? Only the Father knows the exact day. Let's see. Right, let's go to Matthew 24. But only the Father knows the exact day of, our salvation. Right, this is Matthew 3 and 3. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount Olives, the disciples came unto him, privately saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming, and of the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am anointed, and shall deceive many. Right? So this is one sign right here that, people are going to come and say that they're the Hamashiach, right? Like Yaju Judah and, so on and so forth. Like, many other bug outs coming and saying that, they're the Hamashiach. That's one sign. Verse 6, it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Right, so we see this right now. We see nation rising up against nation, the western part of the world, and over there where, the other part of the world. They in heavy conflict right now. Tension is rising up. World War III is on the rise, and it's only a matter of time before they push them down buttons. But we don't know the exact day when, everyone is going to walk into the office and just press them down buttons. But the Lord gave us signs. We see the wars and the rumors of wars, right? We see the earthquakes and the famines and the pestilence, right? The fires, the how do I say this? We see the public disasters that's going on, the fires and things like that. These are all signs that the day is near, but we don't know the exact date. So for people to try to put a 400-year prophecy on something that the Lord said is not in our power, you're going off, right? Let's go to verse 33. It says, let's go to verse 32. It says, now learn the parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender, and putteth forth leaves, ye know that it is summer is nigh. So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. So the Lord told us, The same way that we see, the leaves getting ready to grow on a tree, we know that it's getting ready to be summertime. So he's saying that once we see all these signs, the same way that we know that it's going to be summertime from the leaves is the same way that us seeing these signs, we should know that his time is close to coming, but we don't know the exact date. So let's go back to Genesis chapter 15. We're going to start at verse 13. It says, "And he said unto Abraham, Know of surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward they shall come out with great substance. And thou shalt go to thy fathers in peace, and thou shalt be buried in a good old age. But in the fourth generation they shall come hither again, for the iniquity of the Amorites is not yet full." So this is a prophecy about Egypt, right? This is a prophecy literally about Egypt, right? When we go to Exodus chapter 12 and verse 35, it lets us know. It says, "And the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses, and they borrowed the Egyptians jewels and silvers, and jewels of gold and raiment. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they lent unto them such things as they required. And they spoiled the Egyptians. And the children of Israel journeyed from Ramez to Succoth, about 600,000 on foot that were men, besides children. And a mixed multitude went up also with them, and flocks and herds, and even very much cattle." Right? This is the what did it say? Right? This is the great substance, right? Right here that we're reading about: the gold, the silver, the cattle, the flocks. Verse 39, it says, "And they baked unleavened cakes of the dough which they brought forth out of Egypt, for it was not leavened, because they were thrust out of Egypt and could not tarry, neither had they prepared themselves any victual." Right? It says, "Now the sojourning of the children of Israel who dwelt in Egypt was 430 years. And it came to pass at the end of 430 years, even the self same day it came to pass, that all the hosts of the Lord went out from the land of Egypt." Right? So this is the 400-year prophecy that the Lord was given to Abraham, right? When they was gonna come out with great substance, right? This is what Genesis 15 and 13 on down is going into. The children of Israel coming out of Egypt with that silver, that gold, and that cattle. Because when we leave Babylon the Great, we not leaving here with nothing. We just gonna get beat up out of here. Let's go to Revelation chapter 18 and verse 21. It says, "And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, Thus for violence shall thy great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all." So everything, that's everything that has to do with Babylon the Great is gonna get thrown down, and we're not gonna be able to find it no more at all. Right? Everything is going down with this place, and you shouldn't want to take nothing out of this place, but your life and your soul, man, and your spirit. Right? Let's go to 2 Peter 3 and 10. It says, "But the day of Yahweh will come as a thief in the night, in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up." Right? "Seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?" Right? So everything in this land is gonna get burnt up by that nuclear fire. It ain't gonna be nothing for you to down pick up and take with you. You're gonna pick that shit up. That shit gonna melt right in your fucking hands. Right? You're not leaving this place with nothing. Right? So your mind shouldn't even be on leaving this place with anything. You should be worried about getting beat up in the chariots and doing what you got to do to be delivered out of this place. Right? I'm not gonna be thinking about shit when the Lord comes. I'm not gonna be thinking about nothing that I have already here when the Lord come, man. I want to get out of here. I pray that I get delivered out of here. right? But let's go to Psalm 78 and 51. It says, and smote all the firstborn in Egypt, the chief of their strength in the tabernacles of Ham, but made his own people to go forth like sheep, and guided them in the wilderness like a flock. And he led them on safety, so they feared not, but the sea overwhelmed their enemies. And he brought them to the border of his sanctuary, even to this mountain which his right hand had purchased. He cast out the heathen also before them, and divided them an inheritance by line, and made the tribes of Israel to dwell in their tents. Right? So let's get some more. Let's get some more on the children of Israel being delivered out of Egypt, because that's all that 400-year prophecy was going into, right? The children of Israel being delivered. Let's go to Psalms 106 and verse 7. It says, our fathers understood not thy wonders in Egypt. They remember not the multitude of thy mercies, but provoked him at the sea, even at the Red Sea. Nevertheless, he saved them for his name's sake, that he might make his mighty power to be known. He rebuked the Red Sea also, and it was dried up. So he led them through the depths as through the wilderness, and he saved them from the hand of him that hated them, and redeemed them from the hand of the enemy. And the waters covered their enemies. There was not one of them left. Right? So that's all that the 400-year prophecy in Genesis is going into. Right? We're not leaving here with no great substance in Babylon the Great. Everything is defiled, man. Why would you want to leave? Why would you want to leave with something from Babylon the Great, Mystery Babylon the Great, man? Where they got down swan's flesh and everything, and the air is defiled, the food is defiled, everything is defiled, man. Why would you want to take something up into the fucking chariot that's defiled? Everything is gonna be burnt up, man. But all praise to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Shalom.